hope that just keeps going on, because otherwise I think I'm going to get and start gardening, just some tubs and put them out on my porch, deep tubs, with legs on them. I saw a friend of mine had them, and just start doing asparagus and cabbage and onion and, just veggies, and potatoes and just different things. Just grow, some things. And sprouts. Everyone should not forget sprouting. Sprouting's amazing because sprouts... I have to tell you a quick little story. This is so cool, Amelia, as far as nutritional. So I made a salad one time. It's like a year ago. And just a salad with sprouts and stuff.
You made a salad a year ago?
Well, no, this is what happened a year ago.
I was thinking you would say like 2 weeks ago or like last week.
Well, no, but this is no. It's something that happened a year ago. I make salads all the time.
You haven't had a salad for a year?
No, I say I make them daily. This was a year ago when this happened. Okay. What I'm going to tell you. So one of the sprouts must have fallen out of the salad, and I keep a little dish towel in back of it's like a triangular little spot behind my kitchen sink. It's a porcelain sink, but I put a little towel there to catch any water from the sprayer or whatever, because I don't want it to get moldy or anything. It's just a little folded in, a big rectangle. So anyway, it's like a small 2-inch rectangle. Well, anyways, I had a towel there, and apparently one of the seeds fell out of the sprouting bowl or something, and I didn't see it because it was a green towel, and it matched light green. And so 3 days to a week later, I pick it up to take it and throw it and put another one up. And maybe 5 days, there is a sprout that has grown through the towel to get to the light because the towel was moist. It just grew right up through the towel. So they're ready in 3 days to eat, just in case anybody wants any kind of backup food that will keep you alive because it's living enzymes and nutrition. So you can have them within 3 days, and they have their own seed. They carry it within them. So all it needs is a little water and sunlight, and you've got food that can keep you alive forever, virtually.
It's amazing because,
yes.
A lot of these vegetables that we have in the refrigerator, you can stick them in a little bit of water, and they'll re-sprout, they'll regrow.
Isn't that amazing?
And it is because it's a testimony. Everything wants to live. Everything wants.
That's it. And see, so for this, it does make sense, though.
Everything has that natural instinct to live.
Right. Even the evil ones. So the thing is, so here's a good point. They don't want to die, so naturally they had to make something that had to work in combination, that if they don't do one of the things or something, they're not going to get sick. No, they're evil. They don't want to suffer. They want everyone else to. Isn't that horrifying? Isn't that horrifying?
Sometimes you just come up with the darndest things.
Even evil people want to. That's right, but they just don't want anyone else to. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Lord. What a world.
You're going to make me laugh like that last show. Don't say his name. Just don't say his name.
I won't. Oh, it's so funny. So there's so much info coming in now that I can't hardly, you have to just filter it as it goes, day after day, because it just doesn't stop. It's it's so crazy. But I'll tell you what, when you get really something true, because they try to instantly ban it or disappear it. Instantly. Yeah. So, yeah.
But I'm really fascinated about this breast milk.
About what? Oh, the breast milk. No, that is interesting.
It is a really interesting topic because apparently your whole chemistry will adapt to provide the antibodies to fight whatever is in the environment.
And you can nurse a child for almost virtually ever. You can keep the milk going if it's just suckled on or you just breast pump it. Yeah. You can do it forever. You can do it forever. And so I'm going to tell my daughter, don't stop. Just keep getting it and saving it for people to drink.
You can start it up going again if you have,
well, I know you can because my granddaughter and I were really close. And then she weaned.
You can put it in the freezer.
Listen, I hadn't nursed in years. And one time she was sitting by me. And I loved her so much. She was probably 3. I could feel milk coming, to my nipple. I could feel it. just because the maternal love for her.
I will tell
Do you know what I'm saying?
I will tell you this story.
Yeah.
I was this was like my first child, and I was standing in a Toys R Us in Sherman Oaks, on Sherman Oaks Boulevard, right? Mm-hmm. I pull over, like, I don't even know where I was. I was in the valley somewhere, and I had to get diapers. I had to grab diapers.
Okay.
And I had no bra, and I just had a t-shirt on and some sweats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I ran out to go get diapers. Anyways, I'm standing in line at the store, and I'm waiting to pay for the diapers, and there's this mom in front of me, and she's got 2 kids, and she's got one in her arm, and one is crying. Or they weren't crying, but, you know, towards the end, one of them wanted some candy or something like that. And she just started bawling, like, really loud, and all of a sudden, like, my whole... I was staring at the cashier. I was staring at the cashier, and my whole front of my shirt was
wet.
So
oh no!
Wet. And I was like, tears started welling up in my eyes, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay." She's like, "I see it happen all the time."
Oh my God!
I was so embarrassed.
Oh no, that's so funny. Yeah, it's funny. One time I was standing in line at the grocery store, and I had my little one I was nursing, and we had running around all day, and I had 3 other kids, and 3 or 4 other ones, and I had the last one, I think it was Luke, and I was nursing him. So we were going through the aisle, you know, to pay for things, and I was just tired, you know, 4 kids and a baby, you know, you're doing all this. So I said, you know, this lady looked at me, and the baby was crying and wanted to nurse. It had been a long time. So I just threw my little blanket up over my shoulder and started nursing my son. And she was like, "Well, I've never seen anything like that." And I said, "Like what?" And she goes, "Well, in the middle of the store." I said, "You can't see anything." She goes, "Well, still." And I said, there was some gal on a magazine, the Cosmopolitan, and she had this little bolero on and implants, and it was just this little vest and no bra, and it was right next to her nipples, and one of them was even showing just a little bit. And I said, "You know what? See that?" I said, "That is not what they're for. See this? This is what they're for. Get over it." I was just so irritated. It's a baby nursing with a little blanket, towel, you know, with a baby blanket thrown over it. What? You know, I mean, that was probably, 20 years ago. That's my youngest son. Just ridiculous, 24, whatever it is. But it's just so stupid. I couldn't believe it. How people, they're fine with them being objects of sex, but not for the natural cause. It's just so weird to me. You know what I mean? It's odd.
So there's a lot of information online about how the effects of breastfeeding on the development of the immune system, and how it also protects against infection and viral infections.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
To the environment when there's threats. It also protects against, it says, autoimmune disorders.
Yeah.
And,
if you look up natural causes for a pink eye or any bad eye infection, the best thing you can absolutely do is put breast milk in it. That for natural.
That's wild. Yeah. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I found that out because my granddaughter, she's 6 now, but about 4 years ago, anyway, the CPS had her for a little bit, and her ex, my daughter's ex, got her, and he really was angry that she and him were separated. So he took her little baby, that was a baby she had with someone else, and he works for CPS, and he took her and just hit her up with a bunch of shots all at once. And she was against it, my daughter, and the other ones didn't have any, but he just did it. And so she she was carrying measles. And I've had every kind of measles you can have, but apparently changing her, or some kind of spittle got in my eye or something.
So this is interesting. It talks about immunologic factors in human breast milk.
There's tons of them. Yeah, they have unbelievable immunities,
which have formed as a consequence of the mother's previous exposure to infectious agents.
My kids had the measles and all of that.
Combine to potential pathogens and prevent their attachment to the infant or the child's cells.
Yeah. I had a doctor tell me a long time ago, he said, your kids will be immune to measles if you nurse them at least 2 years. He said, because you've had every kind of measles there is. And I said, that's correct.
It adapted to survive in the respiratory and gastrointestinal mucosal membranes and resist proteologic, I can't pronounce this, digestion. But it neutralizes infectious agents while at the same time limiting the damaging effects of tissue inflammation that can occur with other antibody types. So, this is on, let's see, what website is this? joa.org, and you
can send me the link.
Immunological factors of human breast milk. It's really interesting, actually.
No, I know. Mary in the Bible, she was nursed till I believe she was 5. Yeah, and they didn't even let her walk for a long time. She was like, really, really kept sacredly protected, because they knew she was.
Your body will. The breast milk changes over the years to accommodate the child's developing body. I don't really think it matters how old, but your body will naturally adapt or adjust to whatever the environmental influences are. Like, and if there is a viral threat, you will. It says you'll produce the antibodies to fight it.
Yeah, no, it does. It really, really does. And they never want to wean the kids because they know it's good. They know it's.
Well, I know whatever the fake stuff is in the grocery market, it's not good.
Right. Yeah, I know. So, it's so funny. One of my youngest son, he got old enough to where I nursed him. He was 2-ish, and he would say "Nurmy." He'd say "Nurmy, Mama," and then his dad would walk by and go "Nurmy," and I was like, "Go away, freak."
Oh my God.
Idiots, you idiots. Leave me alone. No, but I mean, it's just a joke. You have to keep things light sometimes in life because it's a scary place right now. But, I don't know what it is. There's that real calm, and I'm having some kind of really solid calm come in. I was feeling really weird, and it's, it's back and forth kind of because this is an odd thing we're going through. This is very, very weird in many ways. Do you know what I mean? Like, on many levels. Like, just weird. It's new territory we've never been in.
No, and, it's a new virus, and we're just observing. We're kind of observing and watching the way that it behaves, and
yeah, but there's so much influx of information. It's like I've read that this is what I've read. That it's patented. Bill Gates owns a patent on it. And just like the military has Zika, Ebola, and a lot of the different ones.
Canada has a version of it patented. I think Israel has
just
a version
so weird.
Of it patented.
That's just creepy to me.
Yeah, and so there's several different versions, However, I believe this one went rogue, so I think somewhere along the line, God intervened, and something happened because China shot themselves in the foot with this one, and hopefully, they're able to, help find a cure,
Did you see that live video recently?
Because they've been exposed, they've been exposed to it much longer than we have. So we can just pray that they're able to find, the solution.
Yeah.